Hello friends, welcome to our channel Solution with Fun Many Learners for 2K19. In today's session, here we are going to discuss with you on the topic that is active as word. Hope my friends, all of you are doing well and you must have enjoyed learning the topics from our channel. So let's start our topic without wasting our time. So here we will be covering what are some of the key points related to what are the basic rules for the conversion of the present perfect tense, past perfect tense and future perfect tense from the active to passive voice, and some of the advanced tips and tricks related to memorizing the rules of the related to active and passive voice. So here our first one, perfect tense, is the present perfect tense, whose basic formula in the active voice is subject plus has plus third form of verb plus object. On conversion of it into the passive voice, what we will get? Object will come at the starting of the sentence, the subject will come at the end of the sentence, and and been will be applied after the has. Been will be applied applied after has and then third form of verb, and then by will be written after the verb, third form of verb. So how the conversion is being done? Subject and object position are interchanged. Has remains there, verb third form remains there, but in between has and third form of verb, been comes in the middle, and then by comes after the verb third form of verb. Similarly, similarly the past perfect tense is also being converted from the active to passive voice. Such as here the basic formula for the past perfect tense in the active voice is subject plus had plus third form of verb plus object. On converting it from active to passive voice, what we will get? Object will come at the starting of the sentence and subject will come at the end of the sentence, and then been will be applied after head and by will be applied after the third form of verb. Similarly, in the future perfect tense, what we see here also the same form here, but one difference that comes out here is the shall will also will be applied for representing the future tense. Suppose the basic formula for the perfect future tense is subject plus shall will plus has plus third form of verb plus object. It is the basic formula of it in the future perfect tense. Then on converting it into the passive voice, what we will get? Object will come at the starting of the sentence, the subject will come at the end of the sentence, and then the shall will be applied after the object. Then have will be applied, and then been will be applied after the have. Similarly, third form of verb by will be applied after the third form of verb. So what our formula becomes? Basic formula was subject plus shall will plus have plus third form of verb plus by plus object. On converting it into passive voice, object came at the starting of the sentence, subject came at the end of the sentence, and have shall will plus have remain as it is, and then been was applied. Then after third form of verb, by is being applied. So formula in the passive voice is object plus shall will plus have plus been plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. Similarly, in the modal perfect tense, how the conversion begins? Subject plus modal verb plus have plus third form of verb plus by object is written. On converting it into passive voice, is what it becomes? Object comes at the starting of the sentence, subject comes at the end of the sentence, and then the modal plus have remain as it is. Then been is applied after the have, and then the third form, then the by is applied after the third form of the verb. So here we have noted in all conversions that been was applied by the after the has in all the conversions. Such as here, let's recite it again. See here, been is applied after has. In the past perfect, been was applied after the has, and then in the same sentence also, after has, been was applied. After has, been is applied here also. So we should always keep in mind that the been is mandatory to be applied in the perfect tense while converted into passive voice. So it should be noted if the passive voice is in the perfect tense, then do not forget to use been after the has or have. It is mandatory to use it after the has or have in the been after the has or have in the perfect tense while converted into the passive voice. So now these were some of the basic rules. Now let us understand them through more deeply through with the help of the example. Some of the basic examples. Suppose first one example is who has seen him. who has seen him. Now, how to convert it into the passive voice? By whom he has been seen. Who is converted to whom, and him has been converted to he, and has been. Been is applied after the been is applied after the has. Been is applied after the has, and seen is remaining as it is. So basically, what is the formula after converting from the active to passive voice? By whom he has been seen. By whom he has been seen, it is converted into the active to the passive voice. Similarly, now the one more example for conversion from active to passive voice. The news has surprised us. This is the present perfect tense. So now on converting it into the passive voice, what it becomes? Us is converted to be, and has converted to be, and so it is a plural. So have will come after the we. We have been. Here again the same rule is repeated. That was already explained to you in the above slides. That be is mandatory to be applied after the have. So we have been surprised at what? At the news. Some of the prepositions are fixed to be applied here. There, suppose at is applied after the surprise. So these are some of the common rules that will be taught you in the next upcoming tutorial. Suppose what our sentence become on conversion being user surprise from active to passive. Us is converted to we. Has is converted to have, as a we is the plural, so have, and be is applied after it. Be has been surprised. At is applied by default, and the news is coming as at the end, because the object is converting of the subject is coming at the end by converting it into the passive voice. As you already know that object comes at the starting of the sentence, subject comes at the end of the sentence. So this is the final converted sentence. One more example here for you is he will have understood your ulterior motive by that time. This is the future perfect continuous tense. This is the future perfect tense. Sorry, so which one tense it is? It is future perfect. So he will have understood ulterior motive by that time. So ulterior motive is the object and he is the subject. So how it will be converted? Your ulterior motive will have been will come after the will have been understood. He is converted to him by that time. So what our sentence has become after converting from active to passive? Your ulterior motive will have been understood by him by that time. So it is the formula for the conversion from the active to passive. Similarly, one more example for the past perfect tense. The committee had looked into the matter impartially before he was found guilty. He is the object. The committee is the subject here. The committee is the subject here, and he is the and into the matter. The matter is the object. The matter is the object, and committee is the subject. So now, how our sentence will be looked after conversion? The matter object will come at the starting of the sentence. By the committee will come at the end of the sentence. The matter had been will be applied after the has been is to be applied after the has had anyone any of the helper word, and looked will remain same. And looked into, as it is the proportion already applied, which will remain as it is in the passive voice. So our sentence will be converted. The matter had been looked into the committee impartially before it found him guilty. It is clear. So, this is how our sentence conversion is to be done in the present, past, and future perfect tense. So, friends, this was all about today's session, and various advanced tips and tricks related to active and passive. I hope you must have liked watching the video. If you liked it, please like it. Comment for any queries if you are having anyone in the comment box, and how it works over tutorial. You can comment me in the that you can tell me in the comment box. And if any kind of rectification you want from my side, please comment me in the comment box given below. And on any topic you want to tutorial, that also you can share with me. Share it more and more with your friends. And if you are not subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel. Keep learning, be creative, be enthusiastic, and the remaining previous session of all of the active and passive words are given in the are given as and the links are given in the description box. So you can also check the playlist for more videos. Thank you, friends.